here we are back with another patron request. For the month of July, I decided to make it so that all patrons could submit requests, but there would be a poll to select between however many of them there were, instead of doing it the usual way where Otterlings there's a poll, and Sea Otters, the higher tier, is I do it no matter what. But because July was busy for a variety of reasons, me trying to continue to fix my demonetized channel, as well as Art Fight, I decided to kind of combine them all into a single poll, and this is what won. This is Jack Stauber's Opal, and it's something from Adult Swim. I was told that it was like I think I think it was like Art Piece Opal by Jack Stauber or something like that, and I had no idea what the frick it was. But if it's Adult Swim, this could get weird. So I'm just gonna get right into it. Let's go ahead and just right into it. So it's like found footage style stuff. I don't actually what. Okay. What is happening? Oh dear. That's a lot of medication. Okay. So the first thing I noticed is that it was going back and forth. That may have been an introductory sequence to whatever this is. It seems to be potentially, it could be some kind of like musical piece mixed with some interesting art direction, but it's kind of hard to tell after the initial introductory sequence. But the two sections that it was going back and forth between, the two musical sections, were very different. One was much more fast tempo. It had much harder beats on the piano, but the other was much simpler, less instrumental, less not really vibrant. That's not really the word that I'm looking for. I'm not super familiar with musical terms, so I apologize, but it transitioned between them pretty seamlessly, and it actually melts together kind of nicely. It was surprising, and I got a little confused for sure, but it still melts together relatively well. Okay. Borgor, oh my god, what in the crap? Is this...
There she is.
Is this claymation?
That's my girl. Hi, Opal.
Wait.
Go on. You can do it.
Hold on. Just a second. This is goofy as heck.
Atta girl.
Hold up. When it's going through some of these initial sections, okay, so I thought it was entirely claymation, but based on the movement of some of these, some of these aspects, is that there are actual people that are essentially, you know, sitting or standing and moving their hands or whatever, but there are these huge claymation faces that are being postered on top of their own faces. It gives it a weird but unique video format. There's another term that I'm looking for, but it's an interesting combination for a video. It's definitely musically focused in some way. and it seems like it's kind of going back and forth on different kinds of pieces, and then it just kind of streams right into completely new musical segments. That's the gist that I get from it so far. It's whimsical, weirdly whimsical. What's going on? Is it oh, okay?
What do we always say?
Don't mind the house across the street. It's not where your attention ought to be.
Gee, you're looking tired. Bedtime, kiddo. Good night, Opal.
It's definitely claymation, though. It's definitely claymation. Is Opal sneaking around? I'm pretty sure all the voices are done by the same person, too. Oh, that was kind of interesting. How old is this? That's what I want to know. Okay, that's... I'm not sure how that's done, but that's a cool effect. It almost looks like lace is being pulled out of a... like a bottle top. Is what it looks like. That's how that effect was created, and then it was laid transparently on top of the video. Brandon! Hi! Sneak into the house. Interesting. Oh my god. Okay, but Opal's body does look...
Claire? Is that you? Come here, I need you to bring me my cigarettes. Hey! Don't think about hiding them again either. I know it's you who's doing that.
Opal... Okay, so Opal's body might also be
Don't need
claymation.
help, Claire.
Oh.
Just like these people on television, Claire, you're far more interested in me than anything you got going on.
Okay, so... There is a segment... There's some segments earlier... like in the introductory sequence, I think, that pointed out medication bottles, alcohol, and cigarettes. Do all of those, or at least one of them for sure, relate to this guy? Because he was definitely, it did look like he was spitting up blood. Looked like he was coughing up blood, which would indicate an issue with his lungs, which could potentially fit if he is a cigarette user. I mean, there are a variety of things that can happen to your lungs when you smoke cigarettes of any kind. Whether it's smoking regular cigarettes, cigars, e-cigarettes, even vapes, to an extent, I think. I think vapes are a little bit less harmful than cigarettes, but they still are not good for you. That's why I don't really use any of those, because, no. I don't even smoke pot, and I'm in Colorado, you know. I'm pretty sure we were the first state to make pot legal years ago. But I just don't care about... I don't like the smell. I just don't care to smoke anything personally. And, I mean, I don't necessarily think that people should. People can, in rare occasions or in moderation. I don't mind that. But when it becomes a hazard to your health and a hazard to the health of other people, is when I have a problem with it. And some people do not know how to moderate. Some people do not know their limits. So I'm wondering, because again, this old dude in the other house was just asking for cigarettes. He must have been smoking a long time if he's starting to cough out blood. Oh boy.
How the hell did... Listen to him go, Jesus. Where are my cigarettes? just keep going on and on with that. Alright. Tell me, why does it sound so easy to breathe on TV?
There's definitely auto-tuning going on.
See why it
Oh,
sounds
okay.
so easy to breathe.
You keep smoking, that's why.
They all sing to me. Idea salesmen, they want my soul clear. They fight over me like dogs. And the girls are singing.
Jeez.
They dance too, I assume. Yeah, we do. They want my soul as well. I need that smoke clear. What the hell is taking you? And won't you tell me? Why does it sound so easy to breathe on TV? Oh, won't you tell me? Why does it sound so easy to breathe on TV?
So first off, I think your hearing is jacked. Second off, on TV, aren't there usual, like, don't, for television programs, movies, news stuff, reality TV, microphones are especially fitted so that they don't usually pick up all the coughs and the and like even the smallest of breath sounds. I mean, some of the heavy ones, yeah, but many of them are adapted to not detect those, so that's why it's probably so easy for them to breathe. They're breathing just like most other people would. There also could be some circumstances where people will need a more active role, as in, like, you know, moving around more, jumping, performing stunts, stuff like that, but they've also trained their bodies to be able to handle that a little or a lot better, so they don't necessarily breathe as hard or as for long. And yeah, don't ask why everybody else can breathe easier than you when you clearly are smoking non-stop at a ridiculous pace. Also, I looked real quick, and this was released in 2020. What? It was a short film from 2020. What? Okay, I did not expect it to be that new. Yeah, there's definitely some auto-tuning going on with his voice. Well, why do you think?
You smell weird. Why aren't you saying anything? You're not Claire. What are you doing in my house? Get out! Get out of this house! Get out!
Ooh, those eyes. Get out, and you're going upstairs. Oh my gosh. Is Claire dead? Maybe that's why... Maybe that's why all the spirity effects.
Hey, just gonna walk by without saying hello?
Look at me.
Yeah, they're going to be kicking themselves.
Uh...
I actually look really good in that. Glad I don't have your ankles though. Nothing against them. I just... Never mind. Sorry, my brain. I often find myself...
Yeah, real bodies, claymation faces.
I'm like a tiny growing thing. I mean, my skin is sometimes, but what... You could hold me in the palm of your hand.
Hold on a second.
You could spare me a little time, you know? You act like I'm a complete stranger. Wait. Hold on. Everybody's so mad at me. Like, I'm growing though. Like, why be so negative? Why do people look at me like the way you probably are right now? You wanna know I get so worked up? I'll just tell you.
They turn me down, now I live my nightmare. Gotta be seen by someone out there. And now I sit here in
Ooh, okay. Why? A lot of auto-tuning going on here too.
So Creeds rift with beauty and with grin. Blood sensation creates a foundation. God is in my skin. They turn me down now.
Okay.
My nightmare. Gotta be seen by someone. They turn me down. Now I sit here in reflection chamber.
Why?
I don't really see why we always have to talk about these sorts of things, but it puts things into perspective for you, I'm sure. Hey, where are you going? Whoa,
Oh.
this makes me feel.
Oh, jeez. Ooh, that's not terrifying at all.
Who's that? Claire? You being a person today, huh? Goodness exists. If I wait, Claire, and I sit still, it will arrive.
What?
You should be more considerate, honestly, but I forgive you. I forgive every single one of you. Every night. It's a virtuous cycle.
What?
How did this get so bad? I feel terrible for all the things. I feel terrible. You and I don't live, Claire. We survive.
Men versus women thing, huh? The men thrive, but
Mama needs a little girl to land on. Mama needs a little girl to fall in her arms. Mama needs a mama's girl to take good care. Mama needs a baby girl to hold her hair.
so this is is Claire a daughter?
Our adversaries are in denial. They don't know the wrong they do. Oh. And they never repent how I want them to. And you're just like me. You're just as powerless as I am, Claire. See?
Claire, okay, not Claire, but that must have been the mother if she was drinking. Women are powerless and men are pigs. Yeah. Yeah, that kind of sounds about right. Okay. This is creepy as all hell.
We see you, Opal, your troubles are miles away. We see you, Opal, and in our eyes you stare.
Wait, what was... Oh. What? I'm not sure what to make of that. Okay, so the musical segments were definitely incredibly varied. There's clearly a lot of effort that was put into this. This is definitely very whimsical, but it's also very weird and tense, especially towards the end. I kept getting this feeling of, I have no idea what's going on, I have no idea what's going to happen next, and that just made me even more tense, wondering what the heck was going on and what was going to happen. Okay, hold up. I need to go back to the introductory sequence, because I'm trying to think. Cigarettes, mirrors, medication, or drugs of some kind of now. Wait! That actually kind of reflects with what was happening with the three different characters. That Opal or Claire. Okay. So, hold on. Wait. That was... What was that name? Opal's birth. See, it looks a little bit like her, but it's not. Okay, so we have... So that original family might not have actually been real. It was some kind of illusion or delusion? One of the two. Okay, so we have three family members, essentially. We have one who is fat, stares at the TV all the time, and smokes nonstop. We have another who, now that I finally understand all the mirrors and whatnot, must be incredibly vain and narcissistic. That's the first thing that comes to my head. I also just watched a South Park episode where I was calling Cartman a narcissist as well, so that actually kind of helped me clue in to that. Only just a few seconds ago, though. I don't know how I didn't catch on to it sooner. And then we have a third who is an alcoholic, a drug addict, or both. Definitely an alcoholic, possibly a drug addict as well. Okay, so her name isn't actually Opal. I think she's projecting. Which means she's probably experienced trauma. It could be a child abuse situation. Holy shit, that's dark. Wow, okay. That makes much more sense now. That makes oh my gosh. She's undergone so much trauma, she's projecting herself as Opal with this family that loves her and treats her with care, because her actual family doesn't. Holy shit. Okay, I'll admit that was a twist and a half. Oh my god, that makes so much sense. And as for the first guy, I mean, I don't know, maybe he's delusional from the smoking too, as well. I'm not entirely sure. That could be why he didn't recognize Claire as Claire, as Claire as Opal as Claire. I don't freaking know. Okay, but holy crap, my initial thought about the men thriving in a way and the women being powerless was kind of true, but not entirely, because if you think about it, the first character that she encountered, the first character that Claire, Opal, encountered was, he could have barely been clinging on to life, but the second character, I want to say there's two parents and a grandfather here, or an old uncle. One of the two. But then you have a father who's so vain and narcissistic he doesn't pay attention to anybody else, and then you have a mother who's drunk, drugged, or both. Wow. Oh, and because she's so traumatized, she's projecting herself as this Opal figure, because she can't do anything else. Holy shit, that's dark. I still can't believe this is as new as 2020 as well. I mean, it looks more like found footage-esque and like really old NTV style. I'm assuming this is a short film of some kind. And the fact that Jack Stauber used real people and also created claymation faces for all of them and just made them enormous. That's a really unique combination, I gotta say. That's a really interesting combo. I can honestly say I don't think I've ever seen that kind of video, that kind of combination format before when it came to an animated sequence. Because in a way, it still is very much animated, not just with the claymation, but even in some of the song elements as well. There could have been some paper mache for all I know. It didn't look like a whole lot of CGI or video editing, though. It looked like a lot of practical effects in a variety of ways. Mostly claymation, obviously, but there seemed to have been other ways as well. Oh, okay. Cool. Cool. Cool, cool. Yeah, that's good. Cool beans. Yeah, I'm take a break. That was, god damn, that was dark. Holy shit. Okay, so I'm outie. I'm out. I'm out. I'm outie, baby. I'm outie. Outie. Quick shout out, thank you to every single one of my patrons that has been supporting me, whether recent or whether you guys have been supporting me for a very long time. Your support means a great deal to me. And for those who still want to find ways to support themselves, links are going to be down in the description below, such as to my DeviantArt profile, my Discord server, and of course, big one, my Patreon. So, I mean, if you guys want a chance to be able to request some more video projects from me, get some in-depth inside information from me, and a bunch of other cool little stuff, just feel free to check out those links down in the description. So, yeah. Yeah. Later.